All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. We're going back into our part 2 of the video we already started last week, which was Pokemon Mega Evolutions Designed Tier List Maker. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I would watch that one first. It would make a lot more sense because I already have a lot of these names listed out already in where they're at in the tiers. So, assuming you have seen part 1 already, if you haven't, by the way, there will be a link in the description below. But assuming you have already, let's get straight into it. Where we left off was we have Mewtwo. So let's do our thing. And where? Okay, yeah. So we got Mewtwo. It's Mewtwo X or Y. Which one is it? Well, we'll do both at the same time. So looking at Mewtwo X, when we click on him, this is Mewtwo, of course. I like what they did with X more because Y seems like it's going straight more into to Mew itself, like what Mew was originally looking like. Let's actually take a look at some of the information that they may have logged. Mewtwo X. Psychic power has augmented its muscles. It has grip strength of 1 ton and can sprint 100 meters in 2 seconds flat. Quick reminder that we are just talking strictly about the design of the Pokemon, so that really doesn't matter. Mega Mewtwo Y. Despite its diminished size, its mental power has grown phenomenally. With the mere thought, it can smash a skyscraper to smithereens. Again, considering it's strictly design, yeah, this one does seem like the smarter of the two, just because its like forehead just looks huge, like it's got a lot of room for that brain. Smaller. Yeah, it just seems like this Mewtwo Y is like a Mewtwo and Mew fusion, and then Mewtwo X is like a Mewtwo evolution, period. So I like what they did with it, and they actually made it psychic and fighting. That's kind of crazy. What's the difference? Okay, so the difference between this one and the regular Mewtwo is obviously like the armor and seemingly the muscles. My goodness. The tail is not as nearly as long. And then Y, again, it's just Mew. So it really just depends on preference at that point of which one you like more. Personally, I like Mewtwo X more. I would say he's an A tier. I think they're both A tiers though, to be honest with you. I just do like X more. Going next, we got, is that Ampharos? Is that how you pronounce that? Mega Ampharos. Okay, let's take a look at the original. Electricity Pokemon 4-7, 135 pounds. This one is the exact same height and weight, except it's now a dragon and it's fluffy. Really, really fluffy. I'm recording, right? Okay, thank God. Let me take a look at the description real quick before make up my mind. Mega Ampharos. Excessive energy from Mega Evolution stimulates its genes, and the wool it had lost grows in again. Okay, so it had wool from Mareep. That's actually... Okay, so I'm glad we read that because that's going to help me with making this decision. Massive amounts of energy intensely stimulated Ampharos cells, apparently awaking its long sleeping dragon's blood. Which I don't think that really... I mean, yeah, I guess it kind of helps because it's a dragon type now, so it does remind me of the dragon, you know, design aesthetic, at least up here, and with like that long tail. What I will say though that I really appreciate is, so Mareep is really, really, really fluffy. It's a sheep Pokemon, so it's Mega Evolution bringing that back. I think that's a really nice touch. Honestly, I think this is a really, really solid Mega Evolution, right, in terms of just design. I really, really like it. I'm definitely going to put that in A tier for sure. It's really good. Next up, we got Onyx. Is that Onyx? It seems like with Steelix, they went kind of like a diamond route where it's kind of going like the diamond rocks. You know, its face is a little more weird. Let's see the description real quick. Does it not have... No, it does not have a Mega Evolution description, which is unfortunate because I like seeing that little lore piece. It helps me kind of get an idea of why he looks the way he is, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so with that being said, I'm just gonna have to assume that that is like diamonds. In all honesty, the Mega Evolution's okay. Definitely weighs a lot more. You know, I don't really understand the rocks like floating around him. He's still a stealing ground. So we're gonna go ahead and say C. Right? Nothing crazy about that. It's not as bad as these, but it's just like whatever. Going into the next one, we got that's not Pinsir, it's Heracross. Okay, we got Heracross. This is the original, you know, 4'11", 119 pounds, bug fighting, and then boom, then you got this dude who just a lot more beefy, right? How much does he weigh? A lot more? Only 18 more pounds. 8 inches taller though. I mean, his arms are just way more beefed up. His horn has changed from like whatever the hell this is to this spiky ass thing. His nose is significant. Is that his nose? That's not his nose. Those are his antennas. I think those are antennas. We got any lore here? That would really be ideal. It's always helpful. Okay, Mega Heracross. It can grip things with its 2 horns and lift 500 times its own body weight. Okay, so it is 2 horns. A tremendous influx of energy builds it up, but when Mega Evolution ends, Heracross is bothered by terrible soreness in its muscles. Okay, that doesn't affect the design. But again, definitely a lot more bulked up. I wonder how that's only 18 more pounds, especially since it's so much taller. But that being said, I mean, it's okay. All right, nothing. Here he's got 2 nails. Now it's 3. And again, the arms are bulked up as hell. I'm going to go ahead and say C tier. Right, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy there. Next up, we got Septile. Is that how you pronounce that? Let's find out. I just have to look it up. All right, Septi, I believe. Yes. Okay. So this is the regular, which is, you know, it's a starter Pokemon, beloved, of course. So now it's a dragon. 6'3", tail is super long. 115 pounds, 121 pounds. Yeah, let me look at additional artwork. No, not okay. It's okay, I guess. I'm not really the biggest fan. I mean, granted, it's showing all from the back. Pause. Let's get some lore into this real quick, if there's any. And I don't think there is. Wow, there's not. Well, what I can say for sure is that these balls, pause, there's seemingly more of them because now it's on the tail, right? Spiky as hell tail still keeps that like foresty kind of look that he has right here. Solid. I'm like trying to find words to say. It's just okay, honestly. I'm trying to justify some of these things, but like, it just looks whatever. to be honest, it really just looks whatever. Going here into Mega. Who was it again? Blaziken. Ooh. I already know how I feel about this one. So this is Blaziken. 6'3", 114 pounds. Go to Mega Blaziken. Boom. 6'3", 114 pounds. But the difference? Pretty cool. Here you got that, you know, chicken color that you had from the first evolution. But, you know, obviously significantly bigger once it gets to the third. Once it gets to Blaziken itself. But Mega Blaziken switches up the colors, which I really like because it's more of like a a true fire kind of aesthetic. Then he's got the fire coming out of his freaking arms, which is absolutely badass. You know, he still has like those chicken claws. Same thing here, but now it's like the horn coming out of the middle right there, which it's like a V before, and now he still has that V, but it's kind of like from like the hair. All in all, I really do like this one. I think it's simple but really effective. Let's see if there's any lore here. Hopefully, no, we haven't been able to get any. But regardless, man, this is... Hold on. Oh, okay, no. Regardless, this is a nice one. Probably thinking B or A here. Again, simple and effective. Simple and effective. I would give it A. Right? I haven't really graded out all of A's, but I will say that I like it more than Mewtwo Y. let me just do that right now. Next up, we got Swampert. Is that what it's called? Mega Swampert. I was never a fan of Mega Swampert at all, but let's get a look at it real quick before we, talk about it. So you got Swampert right here, water and ground, 4'11", 180 pounds. Mega Swampert. How much? Wait. 180 pounds, so it gains 44 pounds, 224 pounds, and it's 6'3" now instead of 4'11". It is significantly bigger, no doubt about it. Let's see if we can get any lore before we jump to any conclusions. And same thing. Nothing. Okay, that's fine, because with that being said, I think what they did with this Pokemon is try to make him like bulked out, buff as shit, looking like the Hulk or something. It's just really something. It's in a direction I didn't expect them to go. Granted, it's not bad. It's not bad by any means, right? But it's definitely out of left field almost. Like, I just didn't see how this led to that. I mean, here you have the two things, like, I don't know what those are. The ears, flappy ear, I don't freaking know what those are, but now it's like there's more of it. The tail kind of comes here and comes around, similar to here. Still got the orange, or now it's like darker orange, almost red. And now he stands on 2 feet. Yeah, it's kind of, I would say low B. Low B. Low B feels right. It's not crazy in the sense of, oh man, that's badass, but it's not bad. I think it's better than like Heracross and Sceptile, just because it's like super buff and bulked out. It looks like he took steroids and went to the gym every freaking day. Like, Swampert got gains, dude. Next we got Mawile. That's how you pronounce that. Or Mawile. I gotta say, guys, I've never been a fan of this Pokemon, period. I think it's been very ugly from the first moment I saw it. Anyway, Steel Fairy, 2 feet tall, 25 pounds, then boom, 51 pounds, 3'3". I mean, it's just so ugly. Are you gonna get any lore on this? Let's find out. Let's just check real quick. We do. It has an extremely vicious disposition. It grips prey in its 2 sets of jaws and tears them apart with raw power. Its 2 sets of jaws thrash about violently as if they each had a will of their own. One gnash from them can turn a boulder to dust. So yeah, the 2 jaws are like the focal point of this mega evolution, right? I just find it extremely ugly. I'm trying to like put my bias aside, right? Because from a design standpoint, it only makes sense to, expand on the one jaw. You know what I mean? It makes sense that they did that to make it now 2, and then they just seem a lot more vicious. Makes complete sense. It's just fucking ugly. So I still fucking hate it. I just do, dude. It makes sense, but I fucking hate it. It's just so goddamn ugly, man. So ugly. It's crazy how ugly that Pokemon is. What are we at? The shark one? What's the name though? I know it's a shark Pokemon. Is it Sharpito or Sharpito? Sharpito, maybe? Sharpito. Okay. 5'11", 195 pounds. Scary looking kind of Pokemon. And then boom. 8'2", 287 pounds. So in all honesty, it's a really similar Pokemon. You have the X here that now goes up top, and the yellow designs all around it. I feel like they could have done better here, right? I just feel like this is so lackluster, so plain, so simple. I feel like they could have done so much better. So much better. The potential was there, in my opinion. Mega Sharpita. The spines sprouting from its head are transformed fangs. If they're injured or broken off, the spines will regenerate countless times. These are transformed fangs? Or these are. Okay. I didn't notice that earlier. As a consequence of Mega Evolution, its combative instinct exploded. The yellow marks it bears are scars from a long history of battles. The yellow patterns it bears are old scars. The energy from Mega Evolution runs through them, causing it sharp pain and suffering. Jesus. The moment it charges into its opponent, sharp spikes pop out of Sharpito's head, leaving its opponent with deep wounds. So it's really just saying, hey, these are battle scars. Although it's weird that it's got it like in the jaw almost. That's really weird. And then it's got fangs here now. I mean, it just feels lackluster, to be honest. It feels like they could have done so much more. Like, the potential was definitely wasted here. Not a fan. I feel like this Pokemon was such... Like, you look at Sharpedo, right? And you think, oh, you can do so much with this. Or at least it feels like it, because it's already a cool-looking Pokemon. But this wasn't the answer, man. They could... I feel like you could have copied a Megalodon at that point, right? Make it a Megalodon. It's the only shark Pokemon that you have. Why not just design it based off of a Megalodon? Or again, that's just my opinion. Maybe add your own twist to it, but maybe that's too basic, right? Maybe a Megalodon's too basic, but it's like it's the biggest shark ever. So personally, I would have liked to seen a twist of a Megalodon on it. Not a fan of where they went with that. Next up, we got... What the fuck is that Pokemon called? Oh god, I don't even know the name. I'm gonna have to do some research. No. Okay. New tab. Let's all mega Pokemon. Let's just start with that, and hopefully it pops up as we go through. Oh no. Maybe it'll be on here. It should be. I should be able to find it if I just type in mega. Okay, it'll be on here, no doubt. So we're about to find out what it's called. Where are you? Where are you? Oh my god, is it? Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the hell? It's called Camerupt. Duly noted. I probably shouldn't have exited that tab. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Camerupt. Boom. Okay, so this is Camerupt. 6'3". Sorry, just had to check in the scores real quick. Don't mind me. 6'3", 485 pounds. It's got like volcanoes on its back. Then boom. 8'2" now, so it gained about 2 feet. 706 pounds, gained, oh my god, that's what, 230 pounds? Roughly. I actually kind of like this one a lot. Right, so it's simple in that, okay, it's called Camerupt. It's about volcanoes, you know, and erupting. Well, the volcanoes here clearly have not erupted. Here, it's clearly erupted, so now you kind of got this magma kind of look. I really like it. I mean, his face is a lot more pissed off. Let's see, is there any lore to this? Hopefully. No, damn it. Nothing. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I really do like where they went with this. It felt like the proper next step. Not only does it make sense, I think they pulled it off with the volcano. Now it's probably got a little too bushy on the hair, right? Maybe could have done more of this kind of surrounding it, but regardless, I do like it. Not great, but definitely solid. So let's put this in B. Next up, we got Altaria. If I remember correctly, that's the name. And we also have to look this one up. Right on. Off the top of my head, though, if I remember correctly, I do like this one. But let's give it a look. So we got Dragon and Flying, 3'7", 45 pounds. Okay. And then boom. It's a Dragon and Fairy now. Interesting. Now it's 4'11", still the same weight, which makes not a lot of sense. Can we get some lore, please? I would love that. Oh no, we can't. Sorry, just doing a quick score check. Damn it. So now we just really have to just base it off of what we can kind of see. Well, I will say this, the tail is obviously ridiculously longer. Its hair is now seemingly what it was on the bottom, like the clouds, it looks kind of like clouds. The cloud surrounding its body is now like way all over it. Like it quite literally surrounds its entire back. I mean, it looks respectable. I just wish we kind of got some reasoning as to why the design is what it is. Like, I feel like that helps me kind of determine these kind of things, of understanding why they did what they did. But it's got more clouds, and it's now like a silverish kind of Pokemon. Not bad. Definitely not bad. I would give it C tier. Definitely C tier. Next up, we got Absol. That's the name. Yes. Okay. So Absol is a disaster Pokemon. If it says that if you see an Absol, well, I actually want to just see. I want to get the exact wording to this real quick. Every time Absol appears before people, it is followed by disasters such as an earthquake or a tidal wave. As a result, became known as the disaster Pokemon. That's actually really cool. I think that's pretty sick to have some kind of lore like that. Like, oh, if you see it, it's trying to tell you like, hey, a natural disaster is coming. It lives in a harsh, rugged mountain environment. This Pokemon very rarely ventures down from the mountains. So that's really badass. I like that. But height here is 3'11", 103 pounds. Mega Absol. Boom. I first thoughts feel like it kind of went a little more emo, right, with the hair coming down, covering one of its eye. I mean, it makes sense though, because this one was already here, so it's gonna come more down. That horn is now like it's entirely different. It's got a horn coming out there as well, which it didn't have before. The claws, you know, still there. They added that tail. It's been there already, but it's got like more of a different design to it. Added more hair here. Those look like wings. They're not, I'm guessing. Let's see if we can get any lore as to why it is what it is. Okay. When this Pokemon whips the wing-like fur on its back, as though beating its wings, it sends an imitating aura flying at its opponents. As the energy of Mega Evolution fills it, its fur bristles. What you see on its back are not true wings, and this Pokemon isn't able to fly. Normally, it dislikes fighting, so it really hates changing to this form for battles. It converts the energy from Mega Evolution into an intimidating aura. Faint-hearted people expire from shock at the sight of it. So really what it wanted to do was take the idea that okay, when you see it, be scared because the disaster's coming. And it wanted, so this Pokemon does not look scary, right? And I'm just trying to make sense of what I read. So when you see it, you should be scared because the disaster's coming. Well, now when you see it, you should be scared anyway because of how it looks, even if you did not know about the disaster that would come with it. So I really like the idea behind that. Again, that's what I interpreted from it. So that's really, 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 really cool. I love the concept behind the design. And that's why it's so much better to have that little bits and pieces of information just to be able to understand why they did what they did, because it does tell a story, and it's my job to try to, again, make an interpretation on that story. So why he's designed this way? Phenomenal reasoning. Try to make him scary, as even if you didn't know about what he's trying to tell you, which is, hey, you see me, a disaster's coming. But now if you see me, you're scared for two reasons: because of my looks and because of the disaster, which is just, it's awesome. It's intimidating. Great A tier for sure. Definitely high A tier. I just love the story behind that one. I really, really do. Going next into, is it Glacier? Fuck, what's it called? Does it tell you how to pronounce this Pokemon? That'd be actually nice to know. No. It's either Glalie or Glalie. I will try to refrain from naming it because people are going to be upset with how I pronounce it. Anyway, face Pokemon, 4'11", 565 pounds, and it's an ice type. Mega. Boom. And definitely a face Pokemon. 6'11" now, 772 pounds instead of 565. About a 160 difference, roughly. Can we get some information on this one? I want to know what the hell is going on here. Okay, the excess energy from Mega Evolution spilled over from its mouth, breaking its jaw. It spews endless blizzards. Okay. It envelops prey in its mouth, freezing them instantly, but its jaw is dislocated, so it's unable to eat them. When it spews stupendously cold air from its broken mouth, the entire area around it gets whited out. The power of Mega Evolution was so strong that it smashed its jaws. Its inability to eat very well leaves it irritated. So basically all that Mega Evolution went to its jaws. That's kind of what we're getting from this. It looks lame, in all honesty. Like, it doesn't look cool. I mean, I feel like they could have done, I mean, it is a face Pokemon, so I guess they try to do something with its face, but like maybe give it a body? Like, I don't know. Because isn't it from Snorunt? Yeah, it is. It just feels like they maybe could have, I don't know, given it legs again like Snorunt. That'd been cool. Because this looks really lame. Super, super ugly Pokemon. Super fucking ugly. Yeah, not a lot there. Then we got Salamander. Salamander's a loved Pokemon. A lot of people know it because it's very strong, but a lot of people like it for its design. So let's give it a look. Salamance. Salamance, that's what I meant to say. 4'11", 226 pounds, dragon flying. And it is a typical dragon design, right? When you just look at Salamance, it definitely looks like a dragon. And then boom. Its arms like went away. It's now like got super long wings. And it looks like a moon crescent. 5'11", 248 pounds. So gained a foot. gained 22 pounds. Do we get anything for this one? Because oh, you know what? There is lore to this because, wait, is there? Is Bagon the one that wanted to fly? Oh, yeah. Okay, so Salamance came about as a result of a strong, long-held dream of growing wings. It is said that this powerful desire triggered a sudden mutation in this Pokemon's cells, causing it to sprout its magnificent wings, so this Pokemon right here, Bagon, has always dreamt of growing wings and being able to fly. Well, in Shelgon, that was the next evolution, but it finally, through its own sheer will of wanting to grow wings, changed its cell mutation. Is that what it said? Yeah, it is said that this powerful desire triggered a sudden mutation in this Pokemon's cells, causing it to sprout its magnificent wings. So, even before reading what's next, the design makes complete sense because Salamance, again, had always wanted to fly, and now this thing is like a full-on jet, right? It's just nothing but wings and zoom, just zooming through everything, presumably. Its speed's got to be high. Yeah, 120 speed. Yeah. It definitely got what it wanted, so that's really cool. Let's see if there's any lore to it. Okay. Anyone standing in its path gets sliced right into two, while this Pokemon continues its flight without interruption. Ooh. Mega Evolution fuels its brutality, and it may even turn on the trainer who raised it. It's been dubbed the Blood-Soaked Crescent. The stress of its true proud rings becoming misshapen and stuck together because of strong energy makes it go on a rampage. It puts its forelegs inside its shell to streamline itself for flight. Salamance flies at speeds over all kinds of topographical features. Yeah, not gonna lie, I love the story behind Salamance. I love what they did with it because it just makes sense, right? The design is just a continuation of the story behind, the beginning of, the first stage of evolution where you go to, what is it, Bagon? Is that the name? Yeah, Bagon, Shelgon, Salamance, and then this dude being like a jet. So I really love the story behind it. It makes sense why the design is what it is. Definitely A tier, similar to Mega Absol, to where perfect design for what it could have been. Next up we got what's the Pokemon called? God, it's Metagross? Yeah, okay, it's Metagross. It took a little while for it to click to me. Hopefully this video's it's gonna be long. Who am I kidding? This video is gonna be freaking long. What am I at right now? 35 minutes. How many do I have left? Yeah, I'm gonna take forever if I keep this shit up. I don't want this video to be too long. Okay. Well, we'll actually cut it off here, right? We'll save Metagross and the rest for the next part. I actually just dove deeper. I did a lot less Pokemon than part one, but because I dove deeper into their stories and tried to understand it and explain it to you guys, it took a lot longer. And I don't want to be able to half-ass and just try and speed up, right, the rest of the Pokemon. That would feel like I'm doing this video a huge injustice. I don't want to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to end it right here, and part 3 will be the final part where we get into the remaining Pokemon, which I'm really excited for. So this will be part 2. Part 1's in the description below. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why you saw this one, but I mean, sure, you saw this one. But anyway, appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, this is Ollie Been Different on We've Been Different. See part 3 next week. And we out.